Morning, guys. Today's March 11th, I think, and we are working on flushing out the fuel tank. The evapor rust that I had, I think it was pretty much used up as far as the rust evaporating qualities of it. You can use it over and over and over again until it turns completely black, and this stuff was pretty dark when I dumped it in there, so I think it was pretty much used up. But I filled the tank up here with some Simple Green and some Dawn dish soap and then some water, and I'm just letting it soak. But I found something while I did that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we've got a pinhole, and it looks like a puncture, so it looks like something we're gonna have to patch. It's not very big, but we'll have to put a little bit of weld on it and then grind it smooth and maybe put some solder over the top of that just to be sure. But essentially I'm just going to let this soak for a little while, and then I'm going to do a little bit of electrolysis. And for those of you who don't know what that is, essentially you hook up a electrical current. I'm going to use a tractor battery in this case, and then I'm going to keep it charged with my battery charger. But you hook up your ground to your tank, and then you put a rod, or I guess you could call it a conductor, or what the heck did I do with it? Oh, here it is. An insulated rod. So I've got just some threaded rod with a piece of PVC on the top, and then I'll put that down inside the tank, make sure it's not touching the bottom or the sides on the filler neck, and I clamp my positive on this. But what I'm going to do is fill it with water and a mixture of washing soda. So not powdered laundry soap, but actual washing soda. And this is, the technical name for it is sodium carbonate. So baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, and you can actually turn that into washing soda if you bake it in the oven for about an hour. But I'm not going to do that. I went the easy route and just bought washing soda. So let me get this tank flushed out here, and then I'll go through the next steps. Okay guys, we've got it flushed out, and I still have to fill it up yet, but I want to talk about the correct mixtures. They say that you should put in about 1/3 to 1/2 cup of washing soda per 5 gallons of water. So this is about a 15-gallon tank, so I'll put in about 1.5 cups just to be a little bit on the stronger side. But I've got everything hooked up except for my positive leads. So essentially I'll hook the battery directly up to the tank. I'll put my ground on the tank itself, and then the positive will be on the, I'll call it the electrode. So I'll put that down inside the filler neck and then clamp my positive to that. And then the battery charger is just to maintain the battery as it's being drawn upon by this this tank here. So let me start pouring in the mixture, and I'm using the funnel so that I can pour the washing soda and then run the hose at the same time. So that's my plan anyways. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we'll give it a shot. so. I'm just kind of doing it nice and slow. That way it kind of mixes. Fill it the rest of the way. See, and I'm going to have to come up with a way to fix this leak here. Duct tape. That's not going to work. I need some of that flex tape. I should have taped that up before. Let's grab my electrode here. Try to keep it from moving. Wish there was a way I could keep this thing from. No, and I can see it's already starting to work. So, good. Now I just got to figure out how I'm going to keep it from leaking. Alright guys, well, it's been hooked up about an hour now. As you can see, there's a lot of crud accumulating on this electrode. So we're just going to let it keep soaking and working, and we'll go from there. But we're going to head over to Pete's here and take a look at the Massey. Apparently they got it running, so let's head over there. Oh! guys can see, we got the Massey running. It's got quite a bit of blue smoke, but I think the either the rings or the valve guides are wore, especially on number 4 cylinder, because we've got a lot of oil coming out around the spark plug, so I think it's probably number 4 cylinder that's smoking the most. But we're back at the house now. It's about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, so this tank's been sitting for about a good 8 hours with the electrolysis process kind of working on it, and I'm gonna have to do it again just because I wasn't able to keep it full because of that pinhole in the front. It's about halfway down, so we're gonna fix the tank tomorrow, I think, at Domino's, depending on how things go. I'm gonna stop at Rudy's again, rebuiltmags.com. If you need a mag done, rebuiltmags.com. But we're gonna stop at Rudy's, get a quick set of spark plug wires made up, and probably take the carb apart for the Minneapolis again and just clean it. He's got a little bit more advanced tools because he also does carburetors, but just to kind of give it a once over maybe over there. But we did fire up the Moline real quick, and I did notice after pulling the tappet covers off both 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 jugs, the exhaust valve on number 3 cylinders hanging up. It's not closing all the way, so that's where our miss is coming from. It seems that it's running pretty well, except for that I did a little bit of scraping out of the gunk that was inside the governor. There's a little cover on the bottom side. I can't remember if I covered that in the last video, but I'll show that in the next video. But there was a lot of gunk in there, and I'm gonna have to do some clean out to the engine block, because the tappets have an oil line that runs above it that has a series of drip oilers to oil all the valves, and only about 3 of them out of the 8 were working, so gonna have to give some attention to that as well. But let's pull the as you can see, this garage is jam-packed full of junk because we're stocking up on boxes, trying to get everything ready to get out of here. So I've pulled most of my fluorescents down. This fluorescent's gonna stay, but I don't have a shop light above here anymore, above my workbench. And then I had a 6-foot fluorescent above the tractors there that I pulled down because it was just a temporary light. It's just a plug-in style light. So anyways, let's pull the I wanted to kind of show you guys what this electrode looked like when I pull it out, just to show you how much crap has accumulated on it. So let me get the tripod set up here. I don't want it to fall over, so first things first, I want to disconnect the positive cable and the battery charger. That way we don't have any current going through here in case I do hit the electrode on the side. Look at that. I already wiped this off one time, so there's a whole bunch of gunk on there, but we'll wipe it off again, and then tomorrow when we come back, I'll after we weld the tank, I'll try it again. Oh man, a lot of crap on the top. A lot of crap. See if you guys can see down in there. I got my handy dandy flashlight that my fiance's dad gave me for Christmas. But I don't know if you guys can see down in there or not, but there's a lot of crap floating on top of the water. So basically what I'm going to do is just flip this thing over and let it drain, and then I'll flush it with a hose and leave it upside down overnight so it drains out. And then tomorrow we'll weld it up and do the whole process again. So let me get this thing drained out and flushed, and that'll probably be about it for tonight. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the little clip of the Massey Harris running. It runs really well. It's not perfect, but it's not bad for sitting for, you know, a number of years, and a little bit of smoke, but it's an old tractor. So runs good. Everything's working out so far. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Thanks for wrenching with me. Well, I know we thought the video was over, but I don't know if you guys can see this real well, but we've got a lot of leaks. I mean, there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I mean, there's pinholes all over the top of this thing. This whole front section is pretty much all pinholes. So I'm not sure where to go from here. If I should look for a new tank or look at, you know, I don't really want to weld in a whole patch because that's a lot of welding. But I mean, you can see there's a lot of areas. You probably can't see it because of the glare, but there's a lot of pits up here that are probably about ready to poke through. But we thought we were lucky with just the one, but there, this whole top end is littered with holes. It's almost like this thing was shot with a shotgun, but with like some bird shot or something. But I don't think that's the case. I think it was just a lot of little rust holes that surfaced. So, and a lot of them were probably covered up by paint too. So unfortunately, that's where we stand. But I've been flushing the tank now for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, so it's probably plenty good. So I'm going to turn the water off here and turn it upside down, let it all drain out, and then turn it upside down here in the garage and let it kind of drain and dry overnight. But that's where we're sitting with the tank, leaking like a sieve. But anyways, one thing I wanted to mention here was I set up a GoFundMe for Domino and his family, because he was injured in a work accident about a little over a year ago, and he just recently found out that workers' comp and insurance had dropped him. So his family is currently without an income. I'm going to put the GoFundMe link in the description here of the video. But if you guys could just, you know, get on social media, share the link. If you can donate, great. Every little bit counts. But I understand if you can't. And you know, they just had a new baby about 4 months ago, so they've got 3 kids, and you know, having no income and no insurance is really gonna hurt. So if you guys can, you know, spare 20 bucks or something to throw in, maybe help Domino out for a little while, and that would be great. Otherwise, at least thanks for sharing it with your friends and family, and maybe they can find a little bit of generosity within themselves and help out a family in distress. But anyways, we'll try to figure out what to do with this tank. I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for watching. Thanks for wrenching with me. Check out the link in the description below for the GoFundMe for Domino's family, and we'll talk to you guys soon.